everybody, welcome back to the Centaur Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Benjamin, and I review fragrances, colognes, perfumes, and all things scent related. So if you want to get the best value for your money, if you want to learn about fragrances and join me on a fantastic fragrance journey, you've come to the right place. Now let's not waste any time. Today, let's jump into the top 10 best luxury fragrances or fragrances for fancy occasions. Now, I was tagged, and this video is inspired by Dr. Fragrance. Shout out to you. I really appreciate you, man, and he's a great guy out there. Check him out. And, of course, I got to tag two people in this video. The first one I want to tag is, none other than Scented Waters. Now, I really appreciate this guy. He's a fantastic reviewer, has a lot of passion, brings out great quality content. Check him out. He's a real humble, approachable guy like I, try to be for sure. So check him out. The next one is Medicent. Now, Medi is a very friendly guy. I really support this guy. He has a passion for fragrances and really loves to highlight the best of the best fragrances. So you really, you're wearing the best things and smelling the best, Of course, that's what we and all of us try to do. We try to help you to smell the best. So let's jump into this list. Of course, I focused on more of the fresh. I focused on more of the clean aspect of this list. There are fabulous, very fancy patchouli fragrances out there, boozy fragrances, all kinds of other fancy fragrances. These fragrances are on the aromatic side and on the clean side. This is a perfect list if you're looking for wedding fragrances, fragrances for fancy occasions, graduations, all those kinds of things out there. If you're looking to just smell very clean, very approachable, inoffensive, this is a fantastic list. You can't go wrong with just about any of these fragrances. First one I have to shout out and talk about with y'all today is Dior Homme Eau. Now, this is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. It's watery without being aquatic. I have to say that if you have always liked inoffensive or mass appealing fragrances and you've always disliked the salt, the seaweed, and other things that aquatic fragrances can have in them, that Cologne vibe, seashells, eggshells, whatever it is, you gotta check this one out. This stuff is beautiful. It's a soft, fresh, a little bit powdery iris fragrance, and it has a little bit of that lipstick vibe. For me, there's not much of it, and there's a very nice amber or amber wood kind of vibe to this fragrance in the dry down that helps balance this fragrance and give it a little bit more masculinity. Now, ladies out there, you might be able to pull this one off, but I think I have some other fragrances in the rest of the video for y'all, or for the guys out there looking for a gift for their lady for a special occasion. So I love this fragrance. It's a pride and joy to have. It is kind of exclusive. It's rumored to be discontinued. It's still available for right now. So check this one out. You're probably going to pay around the $80 range, not heavily discontinued, but I'm about to show y'all one of the best cheapies out there in the market. No doubt about it. But really, guys, check this one out. If you want to be classy, fancy, inoffensive, you got to check this one out. It's a beauty. It really is. Dior Homme Eau. One of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and I'm hard to please with powdery fragrances. This one does it just right for me. So check it out. So I promised y'all a fantastic cheapie and affordable fragrance, one of the best out there. And here it is, guys. This is none other than Lalique Pour Homme. Now, this fragrance retails for about $100. You can get it out there for close to $30 or $35. This fragrance is a little bit more on the mature side. I would say maybe 25 up, maybe even 30 plus. But if you like Grey Vetiver, if you're a guy out there who likes the classics, who likes very fresh, lively, happy fragrances, but still has a very masculine edge about it, you got to check this one out. It's a beauty. It performs, but it's fresh and approachable. It has some spices to it. Luxurious, fantastic fragrance. And it kind of resembles J. Pur in a way. Now, J. Pur is a fantastic fragrance as well, but for me, this one really takes the cake. It's so fancy. It's so kind of transparent. It kind of, again, has that floral vibe, white floral kind of vibe, but not too much. It kind of has that classy vibe of older fragrances, but this one isn't weighed down with oak moss, or it's not green, it's not heavy. It's just an aromatic. Eau Sauvage is another fantastic one you can definitely check out. But this one just smells fancier. I can't believe the comments when I dress up, when I put on my full suit, when I, want to smell fantastic and get, garner respect, be a mature man. This fragrance rocks my world. It's a fantastic fragrance, and I'm always shocked by its performance as well. It's lighter, it's kind of on the fresh side, and it doesn't have the heavy woods and as much of that anything in there like patchouli or oak moss or anything heavy in this fragrance, but it still manages to perform. In the first hour, in the first 30 minutes, this fragrance is almost beast mode on my skin. It's a fantastic fragrance. I love this. It's a little bit on the nutmeg side. If that's something that helps you, encourage you or discourages you from trying this, but fantastic fragrance. I love it. It is a stunner. So the next one I have to talk to y'all about is one of my pride and joys in my collection. Another fragrance I kind of want to keep to myself. Just like Caligna by El Artisan, but I gotta share this with y'all because I love y'all. This one is Alchemia. This is the brand, and the fragrance is called The Traveler and the Moon. Now, this fragrance is a beautiful fragrance. First off, with the price, real quick, about I believe it's 35 or so, maybe $40, and this is a 1 ounce, so it's bite size, and it's not too pricey either. What you're getting is a beautiful and intoxicating white wine note, a beautiful sandalwood accord. You get this kind of fresh, again, kind of white floral nature, very fancy, very elegant, but this one is kind of tranquil. This one can bring you to that happy, cozy place, but it's so fancy, it's kind of earthreal. This fragrance doesn't get transparent particularly, but it gets kind of wispy, and I love it. I adore this fragrance. White wine and fig are really some of my favorite notes, and this one is pure magic for me. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, I really, really recommend that you try out this brand and this fragrance. They have some beautiful creations, Alchemia, and I really love this fragrance. It is a winner, and I will always adore this fragrance. I am shocked by it and impressed by it. The Traveler and the Moon, a beautiful, again, just beautiful fragrance. Sandalwood, white wine, beautiful, fresh, clean accords, but it's still soft and smooth and elegant. So check this one out. I think this one can definitely be a go-to-bed fragrance if you're into that kind of thing, to help you relax. This one, oh my goodness, beautiful fragrance. The next one I have to share with y'all is a new brand, and I'm very happy to be able to share this with y'all. This is none other than Blue Fire by the House of Happyland. This was sent to me for review, but I fell in love with this fragrance for a very good reason. This is a more masculine take on Baccarat Rouge 540, which I definitely recommend for fancy occasions, for elegant situations, especially for the ladies. Guys out there can wear it. It is unisex. This one is a little bit more on the masculine side. Ladies, you can pull this one off, but I feel more comfortable with this fragrance. It's crystalline, crushed crystal sugar, beautiful, like an ambergris kind of accord, light, transparent, playful musk. It has a little bit of sourness to it, and I just adore this fragrance. It's a real beauty, it really is, and it just comes off the skin so well. And for how light this fragrance is, for how clear and transparent and fancy I think this fragrance is, it really performs as well, and it can do really well in the high heat. So beautiful, and of course, if we're talking about a luxury hotel out there, oh my goodness, if I was to walk into a luxury hotel and if it smelled like this, I would ask them to bottle it and sell it to me because I want to smell like that fragrance. This is a beauty of a fragrance, and their sprayers do a really good job too. So beautiful fragrance, gotta check it out. You just got to. Happyland Blue Fire, fantastic. A little more approachable, but I wanted to sneak this one in here real quick. This one is called Yin Transformation by the Harmonist. Now, I did a video introducing this house, and I gotta do a lot more to introduce this. Let me spray it on my hand real quick for y'all. It's a beautiful, beautiful kind of aquatic fragrance. It has that neroli nature, but it has a little bit of this orange vibe to it. It blends that white floral and that kind of orangey accord so well. It's aquatic, it's fresh, it's approachable, but it had some of these aquatics from the Harmonist have this beautiful, sensual kind of skin accord that becomes so natural with your skin. It becomes so soft, so approachable. This is an innocent fragrance. This is a fragrance that, is kind of vulnerable. It's soft. It's beautiful. I don't know if I could wear this fragrance. It's so delicate. It's inoffensive, but it's a beautiful fragrance, and it really speaks to. It's going to speak to somebody out there, and it's so classy in a way as well. So I really had to mention this fragrance. If you want that skin scent, if you want something more inoffensive, something a little bit more on the eccentric molecule kind of side of things, this fragrance is beautiful, and I was really impressed with really all of the aquatics, guiding waters, all their water fragrances. You could really pull off, in this situation for a luxury hotel. But check that one out. It's a beautiful fragrance. So this is a part of the review. I'm going to put pictures up here. I don't have the bottles, but I wanted to mention Reflection Man and Reflection Woman. Now, both of these fragrances would work fantastic for a luxury hotel, or when you're wanting to be fancy, when you're wanting to be classy. Y'all probably know all about these. Reflection Man isn't as sweet as Reflection Woman, and I think his Reflection Woman is even smoother. And I really do like it even better for the ladies, but Reflection Man, to me, doesn't perform the best, but it's a beautiful, soft, white floral fragrance. One of the best, classy, elegant fragrances out there. It's so easy to wear. It's so easy to love. And guys, if you don't like vanilla fragrances, if you've always had a hard time with anything slightly powdery or even slightly vanillic, this is the kind of thing that really did it masterfully, that really did it beautifully, and you might be able to appreciate and wear this fragrance. I do feel like this is a younger man's fragrance, but definitely check it out. And ladies, Reflection Woman is that beautiful white gown of a fragrance, that beautiful long wedding dress. It is a beautiful fragrance. It is so intoxicating and beautiful and soft and approachable. You got to check this one out. I really do love that fragrance, and I got to talk more about it in the future. But Reflection Woman is one of the best woman fragrances out there, in my opinion. Please check it out. Let me know what you think about that fragrance. So next we got to jump into some other fragrances. The first one here is Floris Saphiro. Now, I wanted to mention something that had a little bit more character besides that very classy white, kind of powdery nature, that very clean nature. I wanted to mention something with a little bit of personality. This one has the Italian vibe. So, I think this one suits a lady better, but guys, you can definitely pull it off. This has a beautiful wine accord as well, just like the Traveler and the Moon. Very fancy, very elegant. Has a tiny bit of booziness, very classy, like Italian kind of citrus going on. It is a beautiful fragrance. It is truly remarkable. And if you're a little bit of a spicier person, maybe you have that energy, maybe you're Spanish, definitely check this one out if you want to go to a very fancy occasion, a festival, a party, somebody's, I don't know, wedding, whatever y'all might want to do. So a very playful, energetic kind of fancy and luxurious fragrance. It still has the class, it still has the beauty, but it has a little bit of that va-boom, I guess people used to say in the day, a little bit of that power behind it. It's a power fragrance, I feel, even though it's understated, it still has, that wow factor. So definitely check this one out. Floris Saphiro impressed me and blew me away. Once I give this review and do this review, my mom wants this fragrance, and I know that she wants this fragrance, and it's going straight to her. So check this one out, Floris Saphiro, a wonderful fragrance. So the next one I gotta talk about, and I really do have to highlight, and y'all probably might be annoyed at how often I talk about this fragrance. This is Alexandra Hawaii Volcano Intense. This is that beautiful, luxurious, tropic vacation. This is that luxury hotel in the tropics, in the Caribbean, when you have a mojito in one hand and kind of a a pina colada in the other. It's beautiful. It has the coconut. It has the lime. It's so playful. It's so beautiful, and it's just a remarkable fragrance. I feel like it's so soft and playful. I do feel like this fragrance does have it can be dressed up and can be a little bit luxurious. So I think that's really a step up from some of the other, you know, clones or interpretations of Virgin Island water. I feel like this one perhaps can be dressed up and is a little bit fancier than even Virgin Island water. So definitely check this one out. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you haven't checked this one out, if you haven't gotten your nose on it, the Virgin Island water sells very well and does a very good job for a good reason. Check this one out. One of the quintessential, one of the best kind of summer fragrances you can really try. And it's just so good for all situations, super versatile. And yet, I'm amazed that this can be dressed up as well. So definitely check it out. Really impressed with this one. Got to get a full-size bottle soon. Alexandria, Hawaii Volcano Intense. Check it out. Next one I wanted to share with y'all is none other than Zoha's Oil, their interpretation of Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait. Now you can go for Baccarat Rouge 540 or the Extrait. Again, I think it's a fantastic unisex fragrance, but I think it's deadly on a lady. But check this one out. I feel like this one doesn't have any of the medicinal vibe. It's a little bit more linear. I think this one is a tiny bit sweeter, and I kind of think that it's overall maybe even an improvement from the original. And that's high remarks. That's a high compliment. That's a big deal. A beautiful fragrance, very classy. Again, with that ambroxan, a little bit of that cherry-ish vibe going on, just a tiny, just underneath the surface of things. And there's that beautiful ambroxan-like sweetness. There's a little bit of this transparent wood nature that's more prevalent in the extrait version. And I personally think the extrait version is better, but again, it's a little bit more feminine. So definitely check it out. Let me know what y'all think. These Zoha oils are a little bit more expensive, no doubt about it. But I think the quality and the interpretation of what they did, the quality they're giving you compared to the original, is really worth it. But check it out, especially if you're in Canada. I believe they're Canada-based, so y'all are going to get cheaper shipping and a better bang for your buck out there in Canada. Definitely give Zoha a chance. They're doing great work. So this is the 540 Extrait. Beautiful fragrance. The last one I have to share with y'all is one of those Arabic fragrances and one of those another oil. Now, I really like oils, just like that extrait that I showed to y'all, because they tend to last really well, and even though they are really highly concentrated and really potent, if you put on the right amount, they tend to project less than a spray fragrance because it's highly concentrated. It's going to evaporate slowly with your body's heat, and not as much with a spray that has, the perfumer's alcohol and those things that really spread the fragrance and make it project faster. So one of those fragrances is a Seal. Now, this fragrance is by Crown Perfumes, and it's often called from the brand Al Rehab. But a Seal is a remarkable fragrance. To me, this is a classy, elegant, like a gold version or a gold flanker of Silver Mountain Water. I do feel like this has a metallic vibe. It does have the white floral vibe. For some of y'all out there, this might be a little bit too, I don't know, grandpa or grandma-ish. It might come off that way to you. But the white florals are done so well. Once you put it on skin, those white florals tend to die down a little bit. Those dry, kind of potpourri type white florals kind of subside a little bit. The metallic vibe comes out, and then that beautiful golden, elegant resonance vibe really comes through on the skin as it dries down. A Seal really has begun to win my heart, and it's a wonderful fragrance. I'm really impressed with it. So check it out if you want something remarkable, something fancy, something that's easy, on the budget. I, of course, try to be budget-minded. None of these fragrances are too expensive. Saphiro is a wonderful quality fragrance and is more expensive, but all these fragrances are really approachable. The Alchemia is about $35, very approachable in the USA. That Lalique Pour Homme is about $30 or $35, very approachable. The Happy Land, the Blue Fire, beautiful fragrance, is about 60. So that's much more approachable than Baccarat Rouge 540. And that oil, that's about, if you get the bigger size, great bang for your buck. It's about 17 with shipping and all. And you're probably gonna, in the USA, probably get something closer to $25, but still, it's approachable, it's affordable. So this one though is about a $6 or $7 fragrance. You can get it off eBay, and it's a winner. It's a fantastic fragrance. It does the job, and I'm impressed with it. So if you want something for in your pocket, something that's a little bit more on the mature side, check out Asil. Give it a chance. I love fragrances that smell even better than some of the old classics out there, do a better job, and have an exotic twist on them. No doubt about it. To me, this smells exotic. So check out Asil. Wonderful fragrance. So thank y'all so much for being here today. I truly love these fragrances. I was very happy to do this video. Again, shout out to Dr. Fragrance for doing, inspiring this video. And again, I'm tagging Scented Waters and Medi out there. So fantastic, guys. Fantastic video. I hope that y'all like this. This top 10 list was a fantastic video. And I hope y'all smell luxurious. I hope y'all smell fancy out there. Of course, I think that there's no bad time to smell great. Just like other reviewers say out there. And shout out to them. Shout out to all those people who say those things. I hope that we bring the fragrance community out, and we help everybody to start approaching fragrances and liking fragrances even more. So smell great out there. Get noticed. Get the compliments. Express yourself and feel good out there. This is the Scented Fragrance channel. Wear what you love, and I'll see y'all next time. And bye.